everybody. So for those of you who are online for either this presentation or you're a course student, so you're online for all of our learning, I wanted to create a screencast for you so that I could actually explain what's going on in each one of these slides, and so you can hear someone talking over each slide with you. For this presentation in particular, I did break it down into 3 parts. If you're a core student, you are more than welcome to watch all 3 parts at once if you have the time and ability to do so. If you're a hybrid student, please stick to the weekly agenda and stick to which part is on which day. Because for example, if you're a student who is online for Monday and Tuesday, I want you to be at the same place and pace as everyone else when you come into the class on Wednesday. So just make sure that if you're a hybrid student, you're sticking to what the weekly agenda says. If you're a core student, you're more than welcome to work ahead. Our first text that we're going to be reading is Beowulf. And I'm sure a majority of you have heard very boring things about Beowulf. But it is a really action-packed story. And in order to really appreciate it and fully understand everything in Beowulf, we do need some knowledge about the Anglo-Saxons. Now, I'm sure you guys have learned something about the Anglo-Saxons in your history classes. But I did want to go over a few points just to pave the way for when we do read Beowulf. So that way you understand the different things that happen in Beowulf and what historical significance they actually had for the Anglo-Saxons. So I wanted to first start off by asking a question. For this question, please don't Google or research anything on it. This is purely just based on what you already know. This is a graded question. You can actually find this question in Canvas under our discussion page. I believe you have until September 3rd to answer it. But all I'm asking is, what do you know or what can you guess about the Anglo-Saxons? Please just respond in a few sentences of what you already know or what you can guess about the Anglo-Saxons. And remember, this is a graded discussion on Canvas, so please make sure you turn it in. For Celtic heroes and heroines, religion was a form of animism, which means spirit. The Celtic heroes and heroines and the general society at the time really believed that there were spirits in everything. There weren't just spirits in people, but there were spirits in nature, in animals, and a lot of other things that the gods or spirits placed on Earth. They did believe in multiple gods and multiple spirits, and they believed that they controlled all aspects of existence. They also believed that their priests were a middle ground between gods and people. So people might not necessarily be able to connect directly with the spirits or gods, but they could use the priests to do so. A lot of the mythology and a lot of the stories or tales that revolve around the spirits or gods at the time influenced a lot of literature. For example, La Morte d'Arthur was heavily influenced on Celtic myths and poetry. This will actually be our last slide for this screencast. I wanted to break up this presentation into chunks for you guys so that you can catch up on other schoolwork if you need to, and you can also pace yourself accordingly. This slide refers to the Romans. The first bullet point is talking about the invasion that was led by Julius Caesar in 55 BC. As Rome became a really powerful source at the time, Christianity also became prevalent, and a lot of the old Celtic myths began to vanish. Rome was absolutely a powerhouse at this time, and they dominated a lot of the different cultures and belief systems. This is all the information I'm going to provide to you for this slide and for this section. Please find the rest of the information on Canvas for the other two presentations.